As our first drive will begin at the 25. Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Check 43. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
38-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by
well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
On the carry. Derek Wolfe there on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. Taking a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Steelers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Steelers.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Claypool.
Through one quarter, 14-7. Our score
At the 46-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a back and forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down. Come. 13.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff for Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Second and goal.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Steelers 21. Ravens.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Comments on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
25 yards that time.
Yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
For more first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
3 yards remain for second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
For the Steelers.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Baltimore.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
On the keeper.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
This time Jackson will throw it. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Andrews as the 1st half is winding down, and the Ravens are an extra point away from the game. And he's able to put it through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up
4 yards remain for second down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Steeler first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Pittsburgh.
Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Complete to number 19.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Another run here with Dobbins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
4 yards on.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
14-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
One more time with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a ball. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Following the penalty is Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Brought down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he's forced out right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
35-35.
So here comes the kick here in this fourth quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Steeler first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Marcus Peters.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
42.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Justin Tucker.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line. The
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 49. Steelers 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Pass.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
On the keeper.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. 2nd and 8 coming up.
35-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, is actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defense every week will just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Oh, that boy.